World War I started on July 28, 1914, and ended on November 11, 1918. It initiated because of the murder of the Austria-Hungary Archduke Franz Ferdinand on June 28, 1914, by the hands of a Serbian nationalist named Gavrilo Princip. The nations Germany, Austria-Hungary, Italy, France, Russia, Great Britain, and the United States precipitated the First Total War. Germany was allied with Austria-Hungary and Italy, creating the Triple Alliance. Since Russia, France, and Great Britain, known as the Triple Entente, assisted Serbia, the nations were against Germany and its allies. The war was gruesomely bloody because of weapon advancements and ended because of a bitterly made treaty. After 3 years since World War I began, the U.S. finally participated in this massacre.
The United States entered World War I because of various reasons. President Wilson stated that the world must be made safe for democracy. Germany was provoking the US via restricted submarine warfare and the Zimmermann telegram, and the strong partnership with Britain obligated the support of the United States.
The U.S. entered World War I on April 6, 1917, with the objective to harm Germany. Before the war finished, the nation stayed in it for about 19 months.
John J. Pershing was the U.S. Army general at the time of World War I. In addition, the U.S. president at the time was Woodrow Wilson, who served for 8 years and was known as one of America's best presidents. Furthermore, Wilson kept the U.S. neutral during the beginnings of World War I. As a result, he is known by the statement, "He kept us out of war."
On May 7, 1915, the British ship Lusitania was sunk by a German U-boat. The Lusitania was mainly a passenger ship, but carried munitions, giving the Germans two reasons to attack. One, the ship was British, and two, it had munition cargo. Of the 1,201 passengers that drowned, 128 of them were American. The attacking of the Lusitania and other merchant ships introduced the first use of the term unrestricted submarine warfare. Germany sunk the ships because it declared the section surrounding the British Isles a war zone, meaning that all merchant ships, including those from neutral countries, would be destroyed by the German Navy. Then, in August, the Germans promised to not harm unarmed ships, but then ambushed an Italian ship, murdering 207 merchant ships. The president's letter was effective. The German government became strict when concerned with war submarines by September 1915.
As a result of the common traits between Britain and America, including the language and an extremely similar culture, both nations initiated a solid bond. So when Germany started attacking Britain, the strong partnership obligated the support of the United States.
America fought in various battlefields, mainly in Germany and some parts of Japan. In addition, about more than 2 million U.S. soldiers battled in France.
What really pushed America to partake in the total war was the Zimmermann telegram, which was a telegram sent by Germany to Mexico in January 1917. The telegram notified Mexico to attack the U.S. southern border, but the British intercepted the message and informed the U.S. As a result, when the U.S. found out, President Wilson had to unequivocally become involved in World War I.
Although several Americans preferred neutrality and rejected the idea of the U.S. participation in the war, Germany's attacks changed the option of the neutral Americans. Most of the attacks were unrestricted submarine warfare. Many British and American ships sunk. Additionally, American passengers drowned. These events initiated a passionate anger in U.S. President Wilson. As a result, the U.S. formally entered the gruesome war.
The support of America's involvement in the war brought about the Allies' victory. The war had drawn to stalemate by 1917. All the soldiers were worn out from 3 years of war, and America's fresh troops tipped the sides. On June 28, 1919, the Treaty of Versailles was signed between Germany and the Allied powers. Included with the treaty, Woodrow Wilson's 14 points. The main point of his document was to sustain an abiding peace between the nations of the world. All of the 14 points have the common idea of freedom for the people from any type of government. The treaty also created the League of Nations. Their goal was to keep peace across all the nations of the world and to talk about world issues. America, however, never joined the League.